Showers and storms return on Friday and mainly gray. Good Thursday night, East Tennessee. David Aldrich, Captain Accurate here from the Captain Accurate Weather Command Center. Well, you can see it's dry on the Ultimate Doppler radar. Nothing to see here, but come tomorrow, it'll be a different story altogether. You can see it's just after 8:15. The Ultimate Doppler radar presented by Marco's Pizza. Oh, I'm thinking of a snack tonight. I bet you. Anyway, if you want to check out Marco's Pizza, they have locations in Hardin Valley, Farragut. They're in Maryville, Fountain City. You can find them in Halls, Oak Ridge, Middlebrook Pike, and a location on Ebenezer Road. And they give back so much to the community. I can brag about them. I can tell you they do give back to our community. The Pepperoni Magnifico is magnificent. If you want to check that out, maybe for lunch tomorrow, the new Pozzoli. I had one of those today. I had the pepperoni and sausage. It's delightful. It's better than a calzone in my view, and it's pretty big. It's a lot bigger than what this picture would illustrate. By the way, the radar pretty quiet at this hour. You can see we've got some rain across parts of western, moving into western Kentucky, but certainly southeastern Missouri getting some rain and maybe some locally heavy rainfall. If we expand the view, they've had some really nasty weather, flash flooding, tornado watches from Houston all the way into southern Louisiana. It's not a good situation down there, but thankfully we're not going to be worried about that tonight. In fact, we're going to see rain come in, but it may be just shy of severe limits. Radar showing more rain across Lake Superior and up toward the Dakotas, but there's a very active map in the Midwest. Really not much going on in Tennessee this evening. So we'll see a partly to mostly cloudy sky tonight. You can see the clouds are in and out, but they'll be filling in especially late tonight, and that'll also potentially produce some fog, which we'll look at here momentarily with our visibility map. Tracking the clouds and the radar, you can see the clouds are beginning to thicken a little bit around Memphis. The blue clouds represent colder cloud tops, and they're beginning to advance to the east. Almanac, boy, we hit 81 degrees. Well, what were you expecting? I was expecting 80. So you're off a degree. I'm okay with that. If we're within 2 or 3 degrees, I'm okay with that. It gave you a reasonable expectation. It was 81 in Knoxville. It was 82 in Oak Ridge, but a lot cooler elsewhere. Normal high, 79. The record high today, 92, going back to 1962. And if you look around the region, it was only 77 in Morristown. Didn't hit 80 in Newport. Didn't hit 80 in Kingston. They were at 77. Wartburg, 77. And much cooler. Look at Crossville. I mean, are they in the same category? Yeah, that's like 8 degrees, right? 73 versus 81. Big difference in temperature from west to east today, but it's just the way the cookie crumbles. That's sometimes just the way it goes. We saw a high today of 82 in Nashville, 85 in Atlanta, and they were 84 in Charlotte, North Carolina from earlier today. Now, headlines. Let's get to the nuts and bolts. Showers and storms on Friday. Well, that doesn't seem very original. How about showers and storms on Saturday? Oh, well, that even sounds less original. And then showers and storms on Sunday. Okay, Aldrich, you're killing me. Oh, my goodness. I mean, really? Are you just going to, rain out the weekend? No. Just think about where we were the last couple of days. Showers came in, lasted 10 minutes to 30 minutes, then it was gone. And then another shower would come in, 10 minutes, 30 minutes, it was gone. That type of thing. It's going to be like a carousel. A rainy low round that brings in more showers for the period of time for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So pack your patience, and if you got outdoor plans, make sure you have some flexibility. Let's take a look at what that looks like. We'll go into about tomorrow morning, right into the evening. So that stops the clock 7 o'clock Friday. Then we picked up maybe a 1/4 inch, Oak Ridge, a little more than 1/3 of an inch in the plateau from Jamestown to Crossville. But maybe it's just 1/10 of an inch in Maryville, Alcoa. It's a possibility, and lesser amounts in Newport and Morristown. But you just keep the clock on moving. Keep it moving, Aldrich. Look how it fills in. By 5 o'clock Saturday, cumulatively speaking, we're between 1/2 inch to an inch. But maybe not quite an inch just yet in parts of the foothills and Smokies. But notice by the time we hit 5 o'clock Sunday, yeah, some of us have exceeded an inch. And Oak Ridge and Oneida are kind of flashing that number for us. But it gives you an idea. This is just guidance. This is just guidance. It's not gospel, but it will give us a good idea that it's going to be soggy. You're going to need your umbrella, and it may not come all that fast that you necessarily are going to worry about flooding, but you could get some big puddles all the same from some of these storms. By the way, the Knoxville rainfall, we've had now just shy of 5 inches of rain. It's amazing we didn't get more than a trace at the airport yesterday because it came down in buckets from Lenoir City to just outside of Maryville. So it kind of missed the airport. But even still, I did some checking. You know I like to do checking. Let's come back on camera. I can tell you this. I have this to share with you. If we add a 1/2 inch of rain to the 4.98, we would move up 7 spots in the ranking. If we get an inch of rain, we'll move up 12 spots. You go, well, what ranking are you talking about? I'm talking about this ranking. I'm talking about the top 10 Buenos Aires. Right now, we're in the 31st spot. You mean you did that research? I did. I'm kind of like a weather nerd. Oh, such a weather nerd. Yeah, I looked it up. We are currently in the 31st wettest May, if it were to end today. But I looked at the calendar, coinky dinky, it's only the 16th of May. Tomorrow, the 17th of May. We still have, 2.5 weeks? We still have all of Memorial Day week. We got a lot of May left, and it may be quite soggy. If we get about an inch a week, that's about average. We would be in the top 10. We'd probably be about 7.5 to nearly 8. So I think we have a great chance of getting into the top 10 wettest Mays. Maybe not good news if you're a gardener. May not be good news if you're a landscaper. Just want to throw that out there. Did I talk about this some time ago? I posted this map for my premium members back when the Northern Lights were a thing on the 10th of May. So they've seen this now for 6 days. If you are curious, we'll keep the score going. We'll keep an eye. We'll keep the tally going because this weekend could drop some significant rain. Now the question is, well, how much rain do you think we'll get? How much rain? Maybe we get a half inch to an inch plus. Certainly in the offering, that would move us up about 7 to 12 spots. Severe risk now until 8 a.m. Friday. We already saw it's really nasty weather down toward Houston. And you can clearly see there's a lot of color here in Texas, Louisiana. The orange area usually represents downed trees, power outages, maybe tornadoes. From Austin back toward parts of Louisiana. Still some isolated severe storms possible in South Florida now until 8 a.m. Friday, and the severe risk really not an issue here. Maybe for some family that you have in parts of Arkansas or Missouri, because the weather tonight can be quiet. We go partly to mostly cloudy. Now tomorrow, it's kind of interesting. From this morning, the Storm Prediction Center did a serious about face. They just pulled the marginal level 1 off the map. They just said the parameters don't look that convincing. Could be strong, but maybe not severe. And that's really what they're indicating here, because we're no longer under the dark green areas tomorrow in East Tennessee. We're just not. Now, could they have a change of heart tomorrow morning? Could. That's possible. I wouldn't put anything past this type of system, but I will tell you this, at least right now, the nastiest of storms Friday will be from Mobile, Gulfport, and New Orleans, Baton Rouge, and maybe even Beaumont, Texas, through the lens of the Storm Prediction Center. I'm just sharing with you the way they drew the map. They included Dallas for isolated severe storms, as well as San Antonio. But for us in Tennessee, we have the general thunderstorm risk. That just means we can get some thunder, but it's probably not going to make any serious headlines, all things considered. But that's what we're seeing on Friday. What about Saturday? Well, they still put that burden to the east. It's back toward Atlanta, southeast toward Mobile, toward Savannah, Myrtle Beach, Charlotte, and Raleigh. But again, Saturday we get rain, we get thunder. It just may not be of the severe nature. And severe, of course, is a 60-mile-an-hour wind. Maybe we get a 40. Maybe we get a 45 or 50-mile-an-hour gust. That's not severe, but it is disruptive for your outdoor weekend plans. So keep that in mind. I want to show you what's going to drive all this. It's all coming in from the south and west. Look at that. That's tomorrow morning. Oh, good. I can get to work or school without any worries of an umbrella. That's probably true. I don't see the rain overhead at 7 a.m. But give it a few hours later, and then look at this. Maybe it's very heavy in Chattanooga. Maybe it's very heavy around Nyota or Sweetwater and sliding into the Knoxville area through 5 o'clock. Now, again, this is just one solution. It's not necessarily going to be the way it plays out, but it could be very close. And look where that red line is. That's like trying to follow. It gets kind of squirrely following these warm fronts. Cold fronts are a lot easier to time, but those warm fronts, they can throw a monkey wrench in the whole works. So by 7 o'clock Saturday morning, you might have some rain. And if it stalls, well, then it's not moving very much, maybe less than 5 miles an hour. By midday on Saturday, it kind of slows down. Oh, boo. I have Saturday play 5 o'clock. You mean it's still raining Saturday? Yeah, and it's still raining on Sunday. If you need proof, look at this low. That's 8 o'clock or 8:15. There's new time. And look at that. Look at that. 5:15 on Saturday. It's still coming down from the northeast. That's no good. This weekend's for the birds. Well, don't write it off just yet. Because, again, if it pins wheels in and out, there will be times or intervals where it might be okay, and you might be able to get some of that lawn mowed on Saturday. Future visibility doesn't look all that grand tomorrow morning. Patches of fog is projected here in those areas in white, so it might be reduced, and it may not be quite this bad, but it gives us at least a template to work with tomorrow morning. So if you want to get up early, a few extra minutes, there's no harm in that. Tonight we're down to 60, partly to mostly cloudy patches of fog. Winds out of the northeast, if not variable, 0 to 5. Tonight, Morristown 58, Kingston 59, should be around 60 for Oak Ridge, Clinton, Seymour, Maryville, also Wares Valley, Tellico Plains around 60 by tomorrow morning. Speaking of tomorrow, 74, we're in the mid-70s. Mid-70s, it's going to be mostly cloudy, maybe one step beyond. It's mainly gray. It's like really limited to find the sunshine tomorrow, but maybe somebody gets a glimmer of light between showers and thunderstorms. We'll leave a 60% chance of rain by day, but 80% tomorrow night. And Friday, 73 for Oak Ridge, but 77 for Sevierville, Tellico Plains. There's that variability thing you got going on. You got 72 in Crossville. You got 77 in Sevierville. I mean, that's a 5-degree spread. I know. That's just the way it goes. And sometimes that's the way the raindrop falls. Temperatures will be probably very much dependent on where those rain showers and storms develop. By the way, 74 for Friday, 77 for Saturday, 80% chance. And you can see, there's the 80, right in between that Friday night, Saturday. And then it's still unsettled. I had to increase the chance of rain for Sunday from 40 to 60 because there's still a lot of evidence that that low is going to be slow to get in here and slow to leave. You like that expression. I do, because it really is descriptive. You've been waiting a while all day today. Where's this rain? Didn't come in today. But when it gets in here, it's not going to want to leave. It likes East Tennessee this weekend. Maybe it's here for some of the tourist attractions. 82 on Monday. You got a lot to look forward to next week. Early next week, we're in the low to mid 80s with more shower storms on Wednesday, Thursday, mostly sunny at 80. By the way, you can keep track of all this along with the traffic with Pete Michaels Traffic. I like to say, weather and traffic perfect together. You know, Pete's been flying around in a Cessna airplane since the 1970s. This man knows traffic, and he is the best in town. So why not, if you're going to have the weather app, why not get the best traffic reporter on that app? And that's what you find on the Captain Accurate Weather app. It's at the App Store, Google Play. It also works very well on your iPad. So check it out and download it today. Well, my name is David Aldridge. Some people call me Captain Accurate. It's not easy being accurate. I can tell you that. We'll see you here next time. Take care.